Hey guys, good evening everyone. It's Angelo Christian. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Thank you so much for watching the podcast, Real Estate Insider, Where America Goes for Funding. Call or text Angelo 832-431-6331. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in. It's Thursday. It's like almost like I think 9 p.m. Eastern, like almost 8 o'clock Central. So we do our show, Talk with Angelo, every Thursday, and it's just a chance to kind of chill out, ask questions about real estate, market, credit, lending, all that stuff, the game that we play. And let me know if you guys can hear me okay on the other end. And then if you have any questions, obviously feel free to hit us up with any questions that you have. And I'm going to talk about some of the recent things that are going on right now that I'm seeing every week. There's a bunch of crazy stuff always happening. In the real estate market and credit. So I'm going to be talking about my stuff. And again, if you guys have questions, let me know what questions that you guys have too. So, anyway. And then, we do our show. Just cutting this cigar real quick. We do our show 3 times a week. That comes out on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, all that stuff. Three videos. And then we do our live every week as well. So, appreciate all you guys tuning in tonight. So, a couple things that are happening right now that, you saw the Federal Reserve did not change interest rates. This week they left them unchanged. A lot of people thought they were going to lower them. They haven't lowered rates yet. Might be a little bit too early for them to lower rates. They might wait a little bit longer before they actually go down. But what's happened, even though the Fed hasn't lowered rates, is mortgage rates have come down about 0.5% in the last month or so. So that's good. So we expect that rates are going to keep going down lower this year. We're seeing a lot of opportunity, a lot of good deals. Yields are going down. Debt service is going up, net NOI profits going up on rental properties. A lot more investors are stepping up. We have a brand new investment property program, no doc, that you can get with 15% down. We also have a multifamily apartment complex loan that you can get up to 4 units with only 5% down. So that's an awesome program for you guys out there that are trying to buy multifamily. This is one of the best cigars on the planet. If you have a chance to get one of those, that's the Partagas Series D4. Amazing. That's Michael Jordan's favorite cigar, everybody. So awesome Robusto cigar. And just pairing it with this stuff, that's serious stuff right there. 120 proof bourbon. You guys are bourbon fans. It's a nice bourbon. Fire charred oakwood barrel. Wolcott's a pretty good brand. Anyway, rates, they're going down, and we're happy about it. More deals are done, more people can afford the homes. We're seeing rates at 5 and 6% again, so a lot of opportunity. Now, obviously not, everybody is getting those rates, but depending on the deal that you're doing, overall rates have improved, so that's what we're excited about. The other thing I just want to talk to you guys about, just to make sure that you all are aware that, and I know there's all different types of lenders out there. One of the things I want to kind of do, compare and contrast with, is a soft pull versus a hard pull on the credit. So a lot of lenders, when you inquire them, they do a hard pull on your credit, and it actually lowers your credit score. It affects your points. We do a soft pull. That's how we start the process. Now, you cannot close on a loan with most of the products with just doing a soft pull, but it allows us to start the process. It doesn't affect your credit score, and it lets us kind of see where you're at to see if we can put a deal together. A lot of lenders in the beginning, they'll start out with a hard credit pull. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Please like that bell, share that, subscribe it, get the information out. We appreciate all of your help and your support. Get this out to as many people as you can. Yeah, please don't forget to subscribe, like the bell, get that information out. But um, anyway, yeah, so we do a soft pull. And that way we can kind of see where your credit's at, and then we'll tell you, what you qualify for, give you a quote, and then when we move forward to the loan to underwriting, then we can actually do the hard pull. A lot of lenders, like I said, they don't operate like that. They'll do the hard pull up front. And it may be a 50-50 if they can even do the loan, or if the loan makes sense to you with the terms and your credit score is affected. And then, you can't get a deal done, and then they did a hard pull on your credit. That to us doesn't really make a lot of sense. That's why we do the soft pull only, to kind of give you an idea of what the deal looks like. And then if we move forward, then we can do the hard credit pull, once everything is kind of, solidified for the most part. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about, because there is a difference between a hard pull on the credit and a soft pull, and then how it actually affects you. I don't know if you guys have any questions about that, or if you have you guys had any lenders that have pulled your credit too many times and your credit score went down? Has that ever happened to you? Because it's happened to me before, and it's no fun. It takes almost 2 years to have those inquiries come off, or you could pay for delete too, and get them deleted by a credit repair company. And we have a credit repair company that we work with that helps our clients too. We have a lot of times where someone's credit is not ready to go, and we'll have our credit repair team help them to get their credit score up, so it can actually qualify. Like, for example, a lot of the zero down payment assistant programs start at a 620 credit score. You might have a 550. Oh, hey, Frank. Good evening. How are you? Can you hear me okay? How's the sound? Is the audio sound all right over there? Let me know if you can hear me okay. Anyway, yeah, I mean, there is a big difference, and we do help our clients to help them to boost up their credit score if they need it. If it's a light boost, that's something we can probably do quickly. Like, we had a customer today that got pre-approved for FHA zero down here in Texas. Oh, there's a bit of static. Okay. Wonder why they're static. How bad is the sound? How about now? Can you hear any better? Let me know if the sound is any better now. I don't know why that's doing that. I moved the mic up closer. Does that help? Let me know if that helps with the sound or not. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Thanks, Patrick. Appreciate that, man. Just want to make sure. Yeah, last week the sound was acting weird. I don't know why, because everything's hooked up right. But we had a lot of rain down here in Texas. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we had a client today in Texas got pre-approved for an FHA zero down, and that program requires a 620 credit score. But his credit was at 589, so we did a quick booster on him to get him up to 620 so he could get the zero down. That's something where we can do that quickly to help to get the score up. But like, let's say that you got, I don't know what kind of mic I'm using. Actually, I'm not, my marketing manager gets it all set up for me. I really don't even know. I'm not really inclined with audio video. Sorry, I wish I knew more. I don't know that much about audio. I admire it, I just don't know a lot about it. Matthew on talk show. Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. Owning homes, you're asking about an LLC. So, and there's a lot of ways that can actually happen. A lot of people will put a property in their LLC, and there's many different types of LLCs. One of the most popular right now is a series LLC, that investors use. You can look up Series LLC, really popular to put a string of portfolio properties in. And it does somewhat shield you from liability, from whatever, creditors, tenants, whatever the situation is, but it's not a complete shield. There's different types of loans. Some of them are non-recourse and some of them are full recourse, and they have a personal guarantee. Like if you're the manager of the LLC, and you're purchasing a rental property and you're signing on the loan as a personal guarantee, then you're still liable in case if the loan goes into default. Okay, so if the loan goes into default, then you are still going to be personally liable on your credit. Now, non-recourse loans, which are usually to very large companies or very large loan amounts with, where there's, let's say that the loan is being made to Tesla or Costco or Walmart, they're not going to have a recourse on there. It'll be a non-recourse loan. So it's closed in the entity and there is no legal recourse to the signers. The company is taking on the full responsibility. And it's the company's, goes on the company's EIN credit, okay? That's one type of loan, but most of the loans that we're talking about for purposes of real estate investing still can affect your personal credit if you go into the default. It is in the LLC and the title and the loan too, but you're a personal guarantor. Now, obviously, if you never default on a loan, it'll never affect your personal credit. So that, I don't know if that answers your, yes, you're right, Frank. And Matthew, I don't know if that answers your questions about LLCs. They are good, but they're not, they're still, they're not 100% foolproof. You don't have to wait at any time, Matt. You can use a brand new LLC when you're purchasing a property. You do not need any seasoning on your LLC. We don't check the income of the LLC. When you're doing rental properties, we don't check your personal income or the LLC income. The only thing we care about, depending on the type of loan that you're doing, is the rental property income. Or if you do a no-doc loan, then we don't care about, any income at all. It's just you putting a down payment. Yeah, but home prices, real estate prices are, they have gone up a lot. You're right. I was talking about that with my wife the other day. In the area that we bought in the last 3 years, they probably have gone up maybe 15%, 12 to 15%. So it's, yeah, it's nuts. So, I don't know. It's hard because a lot of people, they're trying to figure out how to make it work. And it's hard if, you don't have the income. And because one of the things that we're seeing, and obviously it'll be better when rates go lower, but, price to income ratio, still, like, incomes are not rising at the level that the home prices are. And so, like, if you want to buy a $500,000 house and you're making $70,000 a year, it's not realistic. You have to be making $110,000, now to buy that house, $100,000 or whatever. So, but when rates go down, like if they're around 5% or so, that's a good rate, and you can afford more property. That will also increase demand, though. More people will step up to the plate to want to get a loan because rates are lower. So that's another thing to keep in mind too. So. Yeah, that's one thing. Now, I do want to kind of talk about investor loans real quick, because this is a big thing that has come up with investor fix and flip and Airbnb. So there's been a lot of speculation and chatter. 5%, yeah. Well, hey, last year they were 8%. So, yeah, 3.6, I know. That was a good time. A lot of speculation right now about fix and flippers, about having investors that are doing fix and flip actually require them to be licensed. It's a new thing that's going on in legislation right now. If you're an investor or fix and flip, right now when you're an investor buying a property, you do rehab and do fix and flip, you do not have to be licensed to do that deal. Now, one of the things that, and again, who knows what's going to happen, but one of the things they're talking about is making these investors get licensed to do fix and flip. I know it sounds crazy, but this is something that's actually that they're talking about with legislation and law to make these people get licensed. Another thing too with Airbnb, they're talking about banning it completely, and that would be a huge. I don't think that's a good idea, but I think it's a huge ripple effect. If they get rid of Airbnb, because I think it's a great market, a great segment, and a great alternative income source for investors versus long-term rentals. But for some reason, a lot of states don't like Airbnb, short-term rentals. A lot of states have actually banned it. So we have a lot of videos on that. You can look at the whole list of the states that have it approved, and then who's actually banned Airbnb and why. I mean, it's an important topic to, I personally think it's good for the economy and for real estate investors. I don't think, real estate flippers that are getting licensed, I don't know, that's kind of seems like a catch-22. I mean, I can see the pros and the cons about it. I don't think it's going to stick and work to make people get licensed. And then what kind of license do they need? Do they need a loan officer license, a real estate license? Do they need a general contractor license? It seems like it's going to be a big mess, I don't know, interesting topic though. I just don't know how that's going to work out. Yeah. No, I agree. Frank said Airbnb a better value than hotel. Yeah, I mean, it depends. I think it just depends on what the occasion is. That's a good point, though, Frank. USDA is a good loan. You guys don't know if you're not familiar with USDA. It's a rural development program that offers 100% financing for rural areas, and you can get zero down, get a low interest rate. It's for your primary residence, single-family home, and it's an awesome program because you get no money down. You can get your closing costs included. The thing with the USDA is that there's income and location restrictions. So you have to make under a certain amount of income, generally under 100,000 your income. And then there's location restrictions. You have to buy in rural areas. You cannot buy in a metropolitan area. You can't buy in Austin, but you can buy way on the outskirts of Austin, and you cannot buy in Los Angeles or anywhere near Los Angeles for that matter. You have to go up, past Bakersfield or wherever you are. There's an actual map, a USDA eligibility map, and it'll tell you what locations. This USDA-RD.gov, and then you can look up. It's a real-time interactive map. It'll tell you what locations are approved, what the income limits are. Every county has different income limits. Also, depending on the size of your household, will determine what the income limits are. It's a good loan, though. It's a little hard to get approved for it. FHA, we have FHA zero down, and that's a lot easier because there's no income limits, there's no location restrictions. A lot of people don't want to live way out in the country. Some people do, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. So, the other thing I want to talk about is if you are self-employed, and I talked about this last week, we have a brand new 1099 loan. If you're a self-employed 1099 contractor, we can do your loan just with your 1099. You don't need tax returns. You don't need W-2s. You don't need pay stubs. Whatever you're made on your 1099, if you made $100,000 for the year, we can qualify you with the 1099 income. And you don't have to show us any deductions, any taxes, pay stubs, W-2s, just your 1099. And we can qualify you on that. So if you're a 1099 contractor, you have a trucking company, a barber shop, restaurant, whatever, we can actually qualify you with that. So just reach out to us, call, text us, and we can help you. 832-431-6331. It's a great program if you're self-employed. And we'll give you 100% of the income that you actually have on the 1099. And they're, great 30-year fixed mortgage rates. You can do purchases with it, refinancing, a lot of different options that you can do. So check that out for the 1099 self-employed loan. You do have to be self-employed for at least 2 years. It doesn't have to be the same 1099 for 2 years, but you just have to show us 1 year of 1099. But that's a good program. And you can do it on a primary residence, secondary home, investment property, if you're self-employed. And then lastly is, construction loans. We specialize in construction loans. We have construction loans for investors, construction loans for... Matt, what documents do you need for LLC to start the loan? You would go to call or text us, 832-431-6331. There's a link to our website. You fill out the quick form. We don't do a hard check. We just do a soft check. There's no fees to apply. First step is filling out the form. Second step is your LLC documents. And then if you have an operating agreement, a copy of your ID, and then your last 2 months of your bank statements, and then you just submit that, and then we can get you pre-approved. If you're doing a refinance or there's a tenant already in the property, then you send us the lease of the property. It's an easy loan to get. We don't do any personal income check on you, like no taxes, no W-2s, no pay stubs. It's a really good loan though. Well, yeah, like I was saying on construction loans, what I wanted to finish with is they're really good. We offer primary and investment property construction loans. We have FHA, conventional, VA, jumbo construction. So if you're looking to do a one-time close construction, it's a great program. With the VA, you can get 100% financing, even include your land, and do no money down. So that's an awesome program for the VA. FHA is with 3.5% down. You can buy the land and build your home. Conventional, we can go up to a 770 or 760. Jumbo up to 3 million. So if you want to build your home, that's a great product. So, and if you own the land is your down payment. You can take the land and put that into the loan to cover your down payment requirement. For VA, there is no down payment. FHA, it's only 3.5% down, and you can include your monthly payments and the interest during construction into the loan. You can include your closing costs into the loan. So it's a really, really cool program if you're looking to build. You can buy the land with it, include the land in there. So awesome program, guys, with the VA and FHA and construction loans. So anyway, I appreciate all of you guys watching the show and the channel. It's been great. Please don't forget to subscribe, like the bell, share it with everybody you can. If we can help you with any type of loan structuring or programs, call or text us, 832-431-6331. It's where America goes for funding, guys. I appreciate all of y'all watching the show and the channel. We'll be back again next week. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff, whatever we can do to help you out, to add value, to get you funding. Reach out to Angelo Christian. Thank you all so much. Take care and have a good night. Bye-bye.